Okay.
Luna's an interesting looking.
Let's take a look at Luna.
It looks like the old Eiffel Tower pattern. So I'll share my screen even on Luna.
Wow.
Check this out. This is the old Eiffel Tower pattern.
Yeah, that does not look the same as the other ones we looked at earlier today.
Yeah. So check this out. Let's see if I can find it. Alpha team on price patterns. If you can find this ebook, it is maybe one of the greatest. Oh my gosh. Here it is.
Oh boy.
Now, this ebook doesn't exist anymore. It was published. So I've been doing this for a long, long time. If you can find this, it's pretty, oh my gosh, 2005. All right. Woo! Check this bad boy out. I don't know if I could post the link somewhere, but I'll send it over to the team. This is, so my friend Max was moving and we sold this ebook for like $9 or whatever back in 2005. And there are some of the greatest patterns ever. The Master Gnome swing trading pattern, the Smoking Monkey, the Drinking Buffalo, the Stochastic Monster, and this is the Empire State Building pattern.
There it is.
A real pattern. Like the book
good retrieval, by the way. I mean, that's a 17-year-old pattern, Rob. This ebook. It's impressive.
This is these like if you told me I had to trade my way off of a deserted island or whatever using price patterns, I would refer to this book because as crazy as this is, these are actual price patterns, just renamed fun stuff.
Sure.
And this is the, I think Scott and I still trade stuff like the Strike Zone that's based on the second move after this pattern.
Yep.
So I would buy Luna probably on the creation of a second shoulder higher on a head and shoulders pattern. But that's just me. Anyway, if you can find this ebook, this is a long time ago. And some of the traders that I wrote this with have retired and are done trading forever. Like they've made their money. One of the guys in particular, Max, here's a story. Here, I got just a quick story. He bought the US dollar Canadian dollar at $1.10, set a profit target on it at $1.20, so 1,000 pips. Walked away, shut it off, walked away, came back 6 months later or whatever. It was 50 pips away from his profit target, 950 pips in. He didn't take profit because he set his profit target for 1,000 pips. It went all the way back down, lost 900 pips, back to almost his entry, held on to it, and then like a year later, it went all the way to the profit target. And it just goes to show, like, there's something to be said for the discipline of sticking with a trade that it is based on a real set of rules and not breaking your rules because of things go, sideways or whatever. But anyway, he stayed in that trade. He was in that trade for like 18 months total, made 1,000 pips. And it was one of the most fun things to watch in my whole trading career. And he and I wrote this little booklet together. So
that's Rob, awesome. That story always makes me anxious, by the way. Every time I've heard it, it makes me nervous every time.
That is actually why I have the rule that I call the good enough rule, because 950 pips of 1,000 pip target would be good enough for me. But I get it. I get it. I mean, Rob, you had stories of traders that were trading to pivots, right? You told, hey, come sit in my office, just traded this pivot, and they stacked all these orders up going to that pivot, wouldn't trade, wouldn't get out of the trade until it hit the pivot. It's just crazy, like that binary function of just traders sometimes.
The greatest day trader in history is someone that no one here has ever met. Scott's met him. Mm-hmm. But the greatest day trader in history was Kurt. And Kurt was a pharmacist turned trader, came to my office. He won a contest. I told him, I don't know, just trade to the pivots. I didn't even expect you to really show up. And he did. And he started taking these $2,800 accounts and growing them to $72,000. And then we would travel around the world and he would show these accounts. And he would be up $60,000 in an account. And then he wouldn't close the trade. And then it would draw down $40,000. And he would just pop it up on the screen like, anyway, this is my account. How's everybody doing? And the guy he was like stone cold killer. Guy lived in a house with a hole in the roof. Like he just was like, whatever, holes in the roof. I'll get to it in a while. Would go out on his lunch break from the pharmacy, and he would just, pop in a couple orders to the pivots. And then he would just say, I'm all in. I'm 100% committed no matter what. And there's something to be said for good enough. And there's something to also be said for being like a stone cold, like to really, like these guys were in a class by themselves, and I don't even want to be like that. But it's a different mentality. It's a whole different psychology that most of us don't even understand. And but he was the greatest day trader I ever met in my life, and he just kept running these accounts from $2,800 to $72,000, and then one day he just disappeared. He went witness protection program or something. Just disappeared, like literally disappeared.